We are here. Right, let's see who we get on. Two children and lots of shopping bags. That's cool, you can always catch it later on. So, if you're on, let me know, because... Right, Claire's on. Hello, Claire. How are you? Right. Yep, it's told me you're on, so I'll swipe that way. Right. Claire's on. I think you're the only one. I don't know. There's a number at the top which tells me how many people are on. And then there's sometimes people come in at the bottom, and then sometimes when I finish these, it says like 20 people watched, and it only told me 10 were on. So there you go. David Mackey's on. Hello. Claire, hope you're doing better. Not that you weren't doing well this morning, but I hope your back's feeling better. Cool. Cool! Now, we're just going to wait and see who comes on. So you people who are here already, good on you. That's what I like to see. So, I'll start out with, for people who make excuses about stuff, right? I've just had a session in the park which finished at 7 o'clock. Hello David, how are you? I've just had a session in the park which finished at 7 o'clock. I wheeled all the bells home. I've taken them down. I live in a basement flat, so I've brought them down the steps, put them away. I've put my wheelbarrow away because I was using my wheelbarrow tonight, and then I've started making me dinner. So people who say they haven't got time, okay, I've started making me dinner. I've just whacked it in the oven before I do this. This is going to go on for about 45 minutes. I've got a little bit of salmon to grill at the end, which I've also prepared in the 20 minutes since I got home. Then it's done. Now that is time management. So when people say they haven't got time, they're making excuses, okay? Anyway, what's this all about? Okay, I'm going to get started. James is on. I'm going to get started. And then you can catch up. I might do a bit of a recap, whatever. If not, you can always watch it later on, okay? Now I'm going to be putting a link below here. Okay, I'm going to start here. I'm going to be putting a link below the video at the end. And if you want to take this further, then you hit that link, okay? It's a link to an online program which is an extension of what we've been doing. So what we've already seen is how good it is, how good it makes you feel, how much progression you get after just doing a month of just one exercise. Okay, now some of you have been adding other exercises in, that's great, but it's the consistency, okay? And you've also seen how it doesn't take too long. It can be 5 minutes a day, as simple as that. Or 4 chunks of 5 minutes a day, which make up 20 minutes, okay? That's all it is. So, I've got a question. Straight out with this question, and then I'll go into a little bit more about why I'm here, okay? So, the question is, what's your biggest struggle right now with health and fitness? What is it? What's holding you back? What stops you from getting the results you want? Whether it be you want to lose weight, whether it be you want to feel stronger, whether it be because you've got, I usually advertise only to men, but there are a lot of ladies in this group as well, which is perfect. That is brilliant. The only reason I don't advertise to men and women is because they all want different things, okay? Dylan's on. Hiya, Dylan. Like men want different things to women, okay? This is why I don't necessarily advertise to women. However, we have got ladies coming along. Claire's just started getting results from it. That's the thing. I talk about strength a lot. And blokes want to be strong. Women tend to just want to lose weight and stuff like that. So that's why it puts some off. The women who do turn up, however, are badasses, which is great. So, this is the question, what is the biggest struggle right now, that you're having with getting fitter, stronger and healthier? What's holding you back? What's stopping you from doing it? Stick a comment in, type it in and let me know, because without that, I don't know what you want. Even though I think I do know what you want, because it's what I wanted when I was looking for this. This is why I've set all this up. This is what I was looking for. When I was trying to get fitter and stronger, when I was trying to get healthier, I was about 3 stone overweight, and I wanted to find something that I enjoyed doing that I could keep doing, that I could carry on without, hang on, I'll just make sure that's switched off, yeah, without willpower, without it being like, oh, I've got to do some stuff today and I cannot be bothered. And I also wanted something that I could carry on into the rest of my life as well. Okay, so that thing that I thought was going to happen, Andy Llewellyn's on, hello Andy, that thing that I thought was going to be the thing was running. Because you can do it, because I didn't want, you know, it was cheap. However, it's not, because you've got to buy running trainers and then shorts and a top and all of that. And then when you buy the wrong ones, you realise you get chafing and all that. And then like, oh, and then you need stuff for the winter, and you need wind cheaters, and you need waterproof stuff, and then and it ends up costing a fortune. And I hated it anyway. So anyway, I did a bit of that. So like I said, for the guys who just come on, I was about 3 stone overweight. Or that's what I thought. I thought I was 3 stone overweight, and I felt flabby and horrible, and I hated it. I had sweaty pits all the time. My shirt was, I didn't tuck my shirt in. I just hated it. So I was like, right, I'm gonna do a half marathon, which is what most people do, right? I'm gonna do a half marathon. So I trained for it. I really trained for it. I trained really hard for it. Over, I think it was the back half in 2007. I think it was. So I'd already been going to the gym before that, but I wasn't getting the results that I wanted. So I was like, right, I'll do a half marathon. That'll get me to lose weight. And I think I lost 2 stone training for it from the January through till the March, or just before Christmas. Actually, I started. So that was like 3 months, and I lost 2 stone. Then I did the half marathon. I was knackered. My hip was sore. My knee was sore. And I'll get on to you in a sec, Dylan. My hip was sore, my knee was sore, but I'd lost 2 stone. I felt fitter than ever. I did the half marathon, the fastest time I've ever done actually, which wasn't even a good time. It was like 1:54, which isn't a great. I'd probably be faster now. I just don't need to prove that because I don't like running. But I did it, and then at the end, I stopped. I stopped running because I didn't like it, because I didn't have anything to go for. So, the next year, I put myself in for it again. And I did it again, and I lost the weight at the beginning of the year, because it was January as well, so it was like a New Year's resolution. January, did it, got through to March, I was knackered, couldn't be arsed anymore, did the half marathon, and then put it all back on again. And went back to exactly where I was. So I was really fit in the winter, and then by the time summer came around, I was a fat, sweaty mess again. Lovely. So I did that I did 5 or 6 half marathons in Bath, plus another few, and that took me that long. So that was the number of years, and then I was like, hang on, this isn't working. I don't like this. Okay, so then I was looking for other stuff to do, and I tried to do it on my own. So I started when I was 25. I started doing the half marathon when I was 32. Did 5 or 6 of those, so we're into 2012 now. I've been going for, when was I 25? 2001. So that's 11 years already, and I still hadn't got the results that I wanted, because I was trying to do it on my own. Okay? And I hadn't even looked at nutrition yet. I was eating what I wanted, just running loads. I was running every day at work, and then Saturday mornings as well for an hour and a half, 2 hours. And I hated it. I hated every minute of it. So, what do you do next? What do you do next? I carried on going to the gym. There was a gym at work, and I carried on going to that, but I didn't have a clue what I was doing. So then I went on the road. I was like, right, next thing I was going to do, I'm going to row 1 million meters in a year, right? Which sounds a lot, but actually, it's doable. But it's really boring, like really boring. I was getting up to doing. I think I was doing 8,000 meters, which is like 5 miles in half an hour or something, or 35 minutes or whatever. I got really good at it, but again, that was hurting my hip. It was hurting my hip, and I was doing sometimes twice a day. So 8,000 meters in the morning, and 8,000 meters in the evening, or 8,000 meters at lunchtime and 8,000 meters in the evening, which was great. And I lost loads of weight again. And I got really fit, but it was boring as hell. And I did it in about 8 months or something. And then I stopped because I was sick of it, and I never wanted to see a rowing machine again. And the thing is with this, I lost the weight, but I still wasn't very strong. I just looked skinny with a big head. So then, that wasn't long before I got made redundant from work, right? Now I'll just have a look what Dylan's saying, right? You were doing great until yeah, that's a thing though, right? You want to do it, Dylan, but you've had to drop out because you've got an event going on. These things happen. So that was just bad timing. If this had been 3 months down the line, say, you probably would have smashed it. So I wouldn't worry about that. And I will be doing another challenge at some point. Just probably not until the autumn. Anyway, that would have been about the time I got made redundant. So fast forwarding from that, I've already been doing 11 years, right? And I've got some results, but then put it all back on again. Some results, put it all back on again. Hated every minute of it. So I then decided I was going to do a course on... Tony's on. Hello, Tony. Then I decided I was going to do a course because I was like, right, I've been made redundant. I had a payout, so I was like, right, I've got some time on my hands. I was like, I'm going to have 3 months off work and I'm going to just do whatever I want because I've been working for 15 years as well. So I was like, right, I'm having 3 months off. But my wife was still working at the time, so I didn't go anywhere. I'd do anything. So I was like, right, I'll do a course. I'll do a PT course. So I did that for my benefit. I did it for my benefit. And then as we were doing it, I was like, I could do this. I could do this. I really enjoy it. I really liked it. And I'd seen some of the... I'm not rubbish in PTs, but I'd seen some of them in one of the gyms I was going to. One of the gym I joined when I got made redundant. And they were just standing there. They'd have someone on a treadmill. They were pushing the buttons. How are you doing? Having a chat with them. Standing on the mobile phone. Watching people. And then like they take them off the treadmill and then just go, right, now we'll take you through like a circuit session. You can do that in a class, right? You can do that in a class. And you don't have to pay a PT £40 an hour for it. So I looked and I was like, I could do better than that. So I did the course, passed it, all of that, and then I realised actually it sets you up nicely, but it doesn't really teach you it teaches you everything very, 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 very quickly. So you become kind of somebody who can take someone, it basically teaches you how to teach exercise classes, pretty much. So that was the start. That was the start. So I went on from there, and then I liked kettlebells. So this was the thing. This is what I was saying. I needed to find something I liked. I liked kettlebells, so I got into doing that. And then I did the strong first level 1, the strong first level 2. I did strength matters. I've done loads of other stuff. Strong first is a strength organisation which teach you how to be strong, how to get strong. It's the principles behind strength training as well as other types of training, but there's principles behind strength training that you can transfer over to any type of training. However, they just happen to do it via kettlebells because it's the easiest way, it's the best place to start. So that's why I did that, and actually I've just taken my strength. So I said when I was doing the running, when I was doing the rowing and that, I felt really fit, but I was skinny with a big head. Honestly, my clothes were tiny. I wasn't strong at all, so I was like, I need to get strong. So I started to get stronger. I actually put weight on. So I went down to 9.5 stone, right? I'm 5'6" or 7. I'll say 5'8", probably not. Average height. I'm average height for a man, is what I am. Anyway, I went down to 9.5 stone, which is ridiculous. Ridiculous. I look like a lollipop. So I started doing this, and since then I've put on 2 stone. Since I started all that, I've put on 2 stone. But it's not 2 stone, a massive bulky muscle as well. I'm not a bodybuilder. But I put on 2 stone, and now I'm lean, and I'm strong. And I'm fitter as well. Like I said, I could probably do a half marathon quicker than I did that first time 10 years ago when I was 30. I could probably run a half marathon fast now. I'm doing Penny Van in 2.5 weeks. And I'm doing that. I'm running up and down that. That's a 15-mile course with 35 pounds on my back, which is 16 kilos. That's not going to be easy. But a while ago, 2.5, 3 years ago, I wouldn't have even entertained doing that. Because putting a pack on my back for a start would have knackered me. My knees would have been sore, my hips would have been sore. But I've got the strength in my joints, I've got the strength in my hips, in my shoulders, in my elbows, in my knees, in my ankles. I've got that strength everywhere. And it's not from having big bulky muscle. It's from strength training to get that strength there. And if I've got that, I can pretty much do anything I want. And that's where I wanted to be. So, I asked you what the biggest struggle was, only Dylan's answered. Now, I would think, right out there, is the biggest struggle is you don't know what to do, so you just do what's comfortable. Running, which is what I did, okay? And because you don't know what to do, it holds you back, because then you get frustrated because you go and do something that you might like running, and that's great, but you go and do something that you don't particularly like. So then you think, well, how do I get results? Other people do in gyms who I see. So then you get annoyed with people. You get frustrated at yourself because you think, well, why can they do it and I can't? How come they've got all this motivation and I haven't? And it's not to do with motivation. It's finding something that you like doing. So you might like kettlebells, you might not. The fact that you're here probably means that you do because we've done this challenge. Okay? The other big struggle, which I had because I was working 12-hour days, was finding the time to do it. Okay? It's when do I have the time to actually work out. I haven't got any kids, but you guys will have. That's why you're here, right? Because it's time crunched. I haven't got time because I've got kids, so therefore I've got to look after the kids, and I've got this to do and that to do, and you want to get fitter, but you can't find an hour to go to the gym. With this, you don't need to go to the gym. You can do it at home. We've proven that. Okay, I do it at home. I live in a 2-bed flat. And I do it right next to there's a little lobby area where my front door is. And I do it there. You'll have seen it on some of the videos. I do it there. Or I do it in the park, which is just there. Or I do it in my back garden. Okay, I've got all the bells I need. Or more bells than you need. You probably need 3 or 4 of them. At the most. I've got loads because I train guys with them. But I've got them going up to 40 kilos. Okay, from 4 kilos up to 40 kilos. And they go bigger than that as well. But you won't need that. Anyway. So these were the struggles I had. I didn't have any time. I didn't know what to do. I was getting results, but then putting it all back on again. Yes, Andy. I don't know how old you are, but I felt like that as well. I was like, actually, We all know this, right? We're probably all of a certain age in here. I'm 40. I don't know how old anyone else is, but we're probably all of a certain age because that's the type of people who come to me because I'm not 20 and saying smash it. In there, at 40, I still feel 20. You know, you don't really grow up, do you? Like you always think when you're younger, you think older people are old and sensible and all that. And it's not true. It's not true. We're all big kids, right? But our bodies kind of run away from us. There you go, yeah. Okay, Andy, right. So, 48. That's a good age. That's a good age to start this, actually. It's a really good age to start this. So, you get to a point... Yeah, exactly. You get to a point where you think you get reserved. I was almost at this point at 35 to say, right, that's it. My body's given up on me now. I'm done. 35. Yeah, Dylan, I get that. So the meal replacement thing as well, that's another thing that's not sustainable, right? So this is, so here we go, we're getting some stuff in now, right? So you feel older than you think you are, so your body feels older than, your body wants to do things, your brain wants to do things your body won't let you do. You struggle with time, or you struggle with actually doing it, or you struggle with that you don't like food, you have a bad relationship with food or something else, so you use meal replacements. You go and do exercise that you don't really like doing. You get frustrated with that. You think you haven't got time to do it. You think you need an hour to do exercise when you actually don't, as long as it's effective. And then this actually creates time for exercise because then you go and do stuff with the kids or whatever, or with family, and I go walking a lot. I love it. I absolutely love it. I don't like running, but I like walking, and I'll go walking for hours. I'll do 5 hours of walking on a Saturday, and it's brilliant. It's really peaceful. It's nice. You get out into nature. It's calming. It's exercise. It burns a lot of fat and doesn't burn a lot of muscle. And then you can go for a couple of pints and a pack of mini cheddars afterwards and feel great about it, right? Now, so anyway, I'm off on one. But so we're getting there now. Your brain wants to do things your body can't, so you think you're over the hill. I thought that at 35, and it's not. It's not. I hear people say things like that all the time, like, you know, oh, it's just part of the aging process. It's what happens. Your body starts to give up. It does if you let it give up. If you let it give up, it will. You know the people who you see who are still 60, 70, 80 years of age who are doing half marathons, full marathons, all of this, right? And you're like, wow, I wish I could be like that. You can. If you're not that age, you can be when you are that age. You just have to start now. They didn't just get out of bed one morning at 70 and go, oh, my body's like a bit knackered. I know I'm going to train for a half marathon. They'll have been doing it for years. They'll have been active all their lives. Okay? I haven't been active all my life. I only started about properly about 5 years ago, and it's now paying off. So it's not about now, it's about what it's like in the future. So at 40 years of age, think of what it'll be like when you're 53. Compared to what it'll be like if you're 53 if you don't do anything. Okay? So, exactly. I know I've met you, Dylan, and I can tell that. I'm 40 with a 5-year-old mentality. I haven't even matured beyond that yet. I still laugh at fart jokes and all that sort of stuff. Anyway. So, I discovered three things, right? Three things that made all the difference. So I was running loads, which I hated. I hadn't changed my diet at all. So I was drinking quite a lot. I was, you know, because I had a job. I was a trader, so I would be out a lot. I'd be out all the time. I'd be out in London. I'd be eating in fancy restaurants and all this. And I enjoyed it when I was 25. By the time I got to 35, I was like, this is ridiculous, and I can't keep this up much longer. So I'm going to start. The first one, 3 things I found out. One, the first pillar, the first thing was my fitness. Okay. And it wasn't about, I discovered that fitness wasn't just about being able to run far. It was fitness across everything. So being strong, being able to carry the frame that you've got. If you need to lose weight, or you think you've got a big-ish frame, most people just say, oh, I've got a big frame. It doesn't necessarily mean that. It means you've forgotten what the frame looked like underneath, right? Skeletons are skeletons, right? Muscle on top of skeleton is you know, you haven't. You know, and if you're thinking like, oh, I need to lose a bit of weight, if you structure your frame underneath, you make your frame strong underneath that weight, you're probably more likely to lose weight anyway, because your frame will get better at carrying it, you'll be able to move better, you'll be able to move further, faster, wallop, done. So you start with strength. That's where I stripped it all back route. I started with strength. I discovered that makes everything else happen. What happens as well is if your muscles are strong, you can lift heavier. Not going like stupidly heavy, I'm talking about, but you can lift heavier, which is more efficient. Okay, it burns more, you can then go for longer, so you can swing heavier. So even if you're going for 20 minutes, you can still do 20 minutes, but you can do 20 minutes with more work. So the heavier bell you swing, the more work you're doing, right? So you're still doing 20 minutes, but it's more effective. Whereas if you go running, you just have to run further and further and further and further, and it takes more hours and more hours. So that was the fitness thing, number 1. Big thing for me, that, because being strong makes you feel great as well. The next one was the nutrition side of it. Okay, I hadn't done anything with that, and I was thinking, right, I'm going to have to completely change my diet. So what happened there was I went a bit mental there as well, and I cut out carbs. I was eating tons of veg, but I cut out carbs. No bread, no pasta, no rice. I make my own pasta as well. I've got a machine and everything, and I make the dough and roll it out and everything, and I love doing that. I stopped doing that. I stopped eating rice, stopped eating pasta, stopped eating bread, stopped eating potatoes, all the things that I like, that I really like. I'm not gluten intolerant, so therefore I can eat as much gluten as I like, right? If you are gluten intolerant, that's fine, that's a thing. If you're not, you don't have to cut it out, right? It's a fucking guru thing that they tell you. Anyway, so I completely changed the diet there, and that's when I went down to 9.5 stone. And I was like, right, I need to work. That's not sustainable. So I started to find out a little bit more about that. Now, I'm not great with nutrition. However, I do have a nutrition website. Dave Llewellyn's got it. James has got it. I think Andy's got it as well. Andy Llewellyn will have it. And it's great. They'll tell you how good it is. Hang on. Biggest challenge for me was being disciplined with... Yeah, exactly. So, you know, you don't have to hit it every time as well. You don't have to find this time every day. You find the time when you can. As long as it's more days than not, it works. I know about James. James works in London sometimes, and he lives up the road, and he's got kids, and he's between places, so it's hard. However, he's managed to, you just carve the time out, right? I like that. But anyway, yeah, so the nutrition thing, so I've got this nutrition website, which is backed up by a clinical dietitian friend of mine, so he knows his stuff, because that's regulated, so he has to know his stuff. This website is backed up by him. All of the recipes are analysed by him. They're all... There's recipes that are different sizes, so it's the same recipe but different portion sizes for different people, okay? And then you get a number which says, this is how many points you eat in a day. Sounds like Weight Watchers. It is like Weight Watchers, except it's not eating Weight Watchers rubbish. Claire says there, it's great and it's very easy. And it's only going to get better as well, Claire. It's in development at the moment, so it's the guy who backs it up is devising more recipes as well. I've given some recipes. There's other guys who use it who are giving him recipes. It's a collaborative thing, so you can ask as well. You can ask questions in it. You can report problems. You can request recipes. You can request types of recipes. If you know somebody said they wanted to see something with hummus in, so we did a few of those. Right? It's collaborative, so you can help build it as well. And what it does is it allows you. You'll see this in when I put the link in below. If you click the link and watch the video in that, if you watch the video in that, you'll see the recipe website in there as well. That's actually a couple of months old, that video, so the website is newer now. There's more into it. So this website, it's got a chart where with Monday to Sunday, and you can drag recipes in. Just drag them in, and it'll say and create a meal plan. It'll tell you how many points a day that is. So you just put it to the number of points a day that is your number, depending on your height, weight, age, whether you're male or female, all of that. And then you eat to those recipes. And then from that, all online, you click a button, it gives you a shopping list. And then you take that on your iPad or whatever, or you save it to your phone, you go down the shops, you buy it, you bring it home, you put it in the fridge. That's your food for the week. You don't even have to think about it. And you'll be able to even do some recipes that you'll be able to have twice that week. So you can make stuff up on a Monday or 3 times that week and have it for lunch. Have it on a Monday night, have it for lunch on Tuesday, and have it on a Thursday night or something. It's all so super simple. There's snacks in there, there's alcohol in there, everything you need is in there. So it practically does it for you. So this was the thing with nutrition for me. I was trying to do it all on my own. I just cut out carbs. I lost a load of weight. I felt weak. I looked like a lollipop. So I sorted that out for myself. Learned about it, and then I started using this website, and it's made all the difference. I don't have to think about what I'm eating. It's there. I just know what I'm having, and it's all really great. So that's nutrition. The last one, 3, mindset. And this is the hard one for people to get their heads around, because people don't know. Mindset's really popular at the minute, and everyone's talking about it, right? And that's because people tend to think a lot about things now, because there's so much information out there, okay, that you get confused. So you just get into a confused mindset, and a confused mind does nothing. It does nothing. So if you can sort your head out around what you need to do, if you know exactly what to do, if you know what fitness you're doing, and you know what nutrition you're doing, the mindset thing, willpower, all of that happens anyway, because you've got no excuses. Okay? Confusion allows you to make an excuse. I don't know what to do. Yes, you do. You eat less and you exercise more. Oh, but I don't know how to. Yes, you do. You eat less and you exercise more. I don't know how to do that though. I had a look on the internet and it tells you to do this and it tells you to do this and then this tells you to do this, and you're confused. Wallop. Done. So then you use that mindset to make excuses. That's exactly what happens. I've done it, I know. So, I was meant to get one of these. I'll be back in a sec. I've created this. It'll be backwards on there, but I've created this to get rid of your excuses, okay? So the website will get rid of your excuses about not knowing what to eat, because there's loads of recipes on there. And if you do eat more than what your number is, you won't lose weight. Okay, so, and even if you don't need to lose weight, but you just want to lose body fat, say, it'll help you do that as well. It works. So that takes away the excuses of I don't know what to eat, because it's on there. And then the other excuse is I don't like vegetables. Grow up. Quite frankly, grow up. You know, people who say, I want to get fitter and stronger and all that, and I don't like vegetables. It's like, where are you going to get your vitamins and minerals from? You get, you know, all these meal replacements, like what Dylan was saying. You know, these things happen, and then people get into it, and then live life on Juice Plus and all this. And I know people who've done Juice Plus. I know in Slimming World and Weight Watchers and all that, and there's nothing really wrong with those, okay? But it's not really sustainable. This is real food that you eat that keeps you going, okay? Anyway, mindset. So I created this. I've shown you this before. Hey, nice one, Matthew. Glad to hear it. I've shown you this before. And this is the tracking book that we use. So that is writing down positive focus, I've called it. You write down wins. 3 wins a day. So what did you do yesterday? That was a win. And you say, yes, I don't know, I did a session. Why is that positive? Because I did a session and I know that if I do that every day, it's great. And it makes me feel good. Further progress, do another session tomorrow. Specific action, I will do a session at 4 p.m. tomorrow for 20 minutes. If you write it in, if you say specific and do another session tomorrow, you when? Structure it in. I'll do it at 4 p.m. tomorrow. You know, or 3 p.m. or whatever. I'll finish work at 2. Your kids will be home at 4. I'll do it at 3. Whatever. Right? Done. Easy. So this works. Yeah, that's cool, Dylan. I know that. I was just using that as an example. And then we've got a weekly battle plan. Okay? And it's all about look, feel, and be. So it's just doing your session and some stretching. Drinking 2 litres of water. Drinking 2 litres of water and sticking to the food plan, which is on the website for you. Dead simple. Fish oil capsule. And get as much sleep as you can. I say 8 hours, Kip, if you've got kids. I get that they don't really care if you sleep or not. But if you're staying up till, you know, there's a guy or a couple of guys who I know stay up till 12, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, and then they're up at 6 to go to work and stuff like that, because they're like, well, the kids went to bed and I wanted some time afterwards. If the kids go to bed at 7, you know, that gives you 3 hours until 10 o'clock. The more hours you go to bed before midnight, the better you'll feel. Trust me, honestly. I know this because I used to do the same. Especially when 24 came out on box set. Anyway. So what we'll do with that is you get points every single day. You add the points up, 21 a week. If you're getting like 14 points a week, 15 points a week, it'll be doing all right. If you get anything less than that, it's not going to, you know, it'll not work. It's literally as simple as that. Dead super simple. So you get the link below, which is to my online program, which I'll tell you a bit more about in a minute. What time is it? I've got 10 more minutes. I'll tell you a bit more about that in a minute. You will get one of these sent to you. You will get this sent to you. There's 12 weeks in there. The online program is 6 weeks. There's 12 weeks in here. Because the online program is yours to keep. So you can do it. It's a 6-week program and you can do it again. And it works. You could do it again and again and again and again for the rest of your life, pretty much. So this is 12 weeks in here. And what you do is you fill this in. This is what you're going to do this week. This is what you did last week and what worked and what didn't. Okay? And then you look at your wins as well, and then you take it over to next week and say, this is what I'm going to do next week. And the way it does it is it says, right, well, what are you going to do? Well, I'm going to do what didn't work last week. Why are you going to do it? Because it didn't work last week, so I need to make it work. How are you going to do it? I'm going to do it. When are you going to do it? And you say when you're going to do it that week. I'm going to do my workouts at 3 o'clock in the afternoon because the kids come in at 4 or whatever. It's as simple as that. It's literally those 2 pages repeated all the way through 12. 12 weeks, brilliant. You've seen what 4 weeks can do in this challenge, okay? So, that takes away the excuse mindset, because if you look at, if you've got everything written down there, I didn't have time this week, and you look down, oh, hang on, I said I was going to do it then because of this. I mean, I know things change, right? But if you're sticking to it 80% of the time, you're on, you're done, you're in. And if you're doing the positive focus, this protects your confidence. Why is it good? Because it is. It makes me feel good. And then every time you do that, it makes you feel better. It's not about looking at yourself in the mirror and saying, I am beautiful, I am strong, I am an Adonis, I am this, I am that. That's all a load of bollocks. All these positive affirmations and all that is just a load of rubbish. This is actual real life stuff. This is what I did yesterday that made me feel good. This is what I did yesterday that worked for me. This is the further progress I'm going to do with that. This is a specific action that is going to get me there. Okay, I do 5 of these a day. If you do 3 a day, that's 21 a week, right? Which is what, 84 a month. So, you know, that's 900 a year or whatever it is. 365 days in a year. It's over 1,000 a year. 1,000 wins. 1,000 wins in a year, right? Have a look back. Last week, what was your biggest win from last week? Can you remember? I bet you'd sit there and go, what did I do? Hang on. You can't remember last week. So how the hell are you going to remember from last year? How are you going to remember? You're not going to be able to write down 1,000 from last year. You'd be able to with this. Right. So, my online program helps out with all. So these 3 biggest things. Okay, getting your fitness on point without having the excuse of saying I can't do it. Because I don't know what I'm doing, because you will. Getting your nutrition on point without the excuse of saying I don't know what I'm doing, because it's done for you. And getting your mindset on point without the excuse of saying I can't do it, I don't know what I'm doing, I haven't got the time, because this will tell you how. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. So, this online program that I'm going to put the link down here in, which will be at the top of the feed, does all of this. A couple of the guys in here have actually done it. Now, I probably shouldn't tell you that, because you'd be like, well, why are they here? Why hasn't it worked for them? They haven't told me why. It works. The guys who it has worked for are now still with me and doing a monthly online program. And one of the guys, Kevin, is an ultra-marathon runner who wanted to build some strength. So he does loads of running, but he said he needed to lose some body fat, which I found quite surprising, because if he's an ultra-marathon runner, you think he'd be wiry as hell. I haven't met him, I don't know, he's online. However, he's still doing it. He started in September, I think, last year or something, and he's still doing it. Or he might have started at the beginning of this year. Anyway, he's still doing it. He's still in the monthly program. And there's Tom Jones. Not that one, the famous Tom Jones, but not that famous Tom Jones, but I talk about him a lot. He's lost 15 kilos doing the online program since he started at the beginning of this year, which is quite a lot. I found out he was out on Friday. I found out he did a round the world yacht race thing, and he was down at 70 odd kilos at the time, and he was really ripped and all that, but then he enjoyed doing that, and then he couldn't find anything he enjoyed doing afterwards, so he put it all back on again and put 20 kilos on, and he's lost 15 again doing this because he enjoys it. And he does all this at home. I've met him like 3 times. He's done it all at home. So it worked for him. There's Mark Furnival, who lives in Bristol. He's been doing it. He was one of my first guys on it. And he's in his 50s. And he's still doing it, and he's getting loads of benefit out of it. He had sore knees, and it's made them better. And there's a few other guys on it. There's another guy, Rob, who's been doing it, who does it from home, and he's getting massive benefits of it. They're in a different, separate accountability group like this one, but obviously that's a paid for group, and they are smashing it in there. They are smashing it, and the guys in the park as well. But that's not what this is about. If you want to know more about that, hit me up. So, this link below If you click on it, it will take you to a page. There's a video on there, watch the video. You'll see Kevin's testimonial on there. I've got other testimonials that you can see on Facebook, or they're on the Google Plus page. If you just review Google Bath Kettlebell site, you'll find the review. People will tell you about the online. Some of them are on the website. There's videos of the guys talking, telling you how well it works. Okay, you know it works because it's worked in here. You've got results in here. That's just from doing swings. Okay, there's so much more you can do with these things. So much more. So, this program, it's a 6-week program. You'll lose up to a stone in that 6 weeks if weight loss is your goal. You will lose up to a stone in that 6 weeks. Yeah, there you go. James can recommend the online. There you go. James is actually, he said he didn't finish it. James, you're a busy man. I get that, but you're also training for something else. This is what happens, right? You start doing something, then you decide you're going to train for. My training had to change for the fan dance. I was training for pure strength to do my level 2, which I did a couple of weeks ago, but I had to kind of do a hybrid, which isn't ideal for doing an endurance race as well. So I've now ditched the pure strength stuff for this endurance thing, which I'm going to do, but I'm still working on my base core of strength. I'm keeping that. Once I've done the endurance thing, I'll have something else I'll do. I don't know what it'll be yet, but I'll have another goal to go for. But the idea is to keep everything else there. You need to build up the base of everything. So James has been doing that, and he's going to do this 50 miler, which is great, which is absolutely great. Brilliant. I don't know when that is, James, but I might come and watch it. Anyway, so that's cool. That's cool. So James has done it, and he says it's great. Now, yeah, you lose up to a stone in 6 weeks. That's what I was talking about. If weight loss is your goal, if it's not, you will get stronger as well, and you will lose body fat. So even if you're happy with your weight, but you've got a little bit of, I've got a bit of a tire at the minute. I'm actually trying to lose body fat, so I've not been sticking to the plan. So now I'm back on it again. So there's one of two things you can do. You can keep on doing it on your own, which is absolutely fine. If you're getting the results, that's great. You can keep on doing it on your own. But all I know is that I tried that, and I was doing it alone, and I lost what I was doing. I didn't know what to do. I couldn't work out what to do. You try to muddle your way through, thinking I'll just work it out. I'll figure it out. When there's a bunch of people out there who know exactly what they're talking about, me being one of them. So I know how to get results doing this stuff. Okay, and I think you've seen that. I think you've seen that in me and in the guys in the park and in the guys online and with yourselves and the people in here. Okay, so that's cool. We've all been helping each other along. I'm not going to be here after this, so you can keep going. You can keep each other going, but we'll see how long that goes on. Or you can join the online program and come with me and the other guys who are in there already, and the guys in the park are in the same group. And you've seen the results they get. You've seen how much they all keep each other going. You will learn a ton of stuff. A ton of stuff, okay, that you can still do in 20 minutes a day. So the swing is the base foundation. The swing is the base foundation of it, and everything else comes off that. So, what I'm going to do, immediately when I finish this video, I'm going to post the link below, okay, and that's where you can watch the video on there. You can see the testimonials, everything I've just spoke about, okay, right from where I started to how it'll apply to you as well, to those 3 pillars, okay? Fitness, nutrition, and mindset. All of those will all make sense if it hasn't already. And you will get the results you're looking for. It's as simple as that, okay? There you go. Loads of advice and support from not just from me, but from everyone else, okay? That's what Claire's saying. Claire started in here on the 1st of May, and she's now coming along. Ben started in here on the 1st of May, and he's now coming along. It took them a little while to get comfortable with it. Okay? It might not be time for you yet. If it's not, that's cool. I'm fine with that. I'll still be here when it is time. Okay? So, there we go. Hit the link below and get involved. Now, it's time for me to have my dinner, which has been cooking while I've done this. See, time and motion, zero excuses.